the first Californian I spent any time with. It's amazing to me to be able to be in this position, to be one of 120 individuals in the California State Legislature. I am always amazed by my journey, but also this amazing state. Not just its physical beauty and wealth and the mythic quality it has around the world, but because Californians are made up of 37 million incredible people, just like the first man I met when I came here 35 years ago. So we here in this room are all together on one thing. We're about people. We're about people, and people that this administration, and unfortunately for the last 7 years, in spite of the best efforts of our representatives in Washington, the people in Washington who have gone to war based on a lie to Congress, a lie to the people of the United States of America, all of these things are about to come to an end.
Yeah.
And I'm just incredibly excited about having my name on a ballot in 2008 with a D behind me, because we are going to change the world.
Yeah.
Tom said I like quotes, so at another very difficult time, perhaps the most difficult time in the history of this country, Thomas Paine wrote, "We have it within our power to begin the world anew." Well, in the next year, in our campaigns, in a campaign for President of the United States, we are going to use our power to end the worst presidential administration in the history of this country. We are going to use our power to put an end to a war that's cost us $1 trillion that we should be using here at home. We have it within our power to start an energy policy that will never have this happen again, that we can be sustainable here, and it will start in California with the leaders you're seeing right over there. We have it within our power in this state. In a week from Monday, we will vote in the legislature on universal health care. The only thing standing between implementing the first really significant universal health care plan in this country. It'll go far beyond Massachusetts, what the Speaker is suggesting right now, and I'm really happy and proud of the fact that the Speaker asked me to be in a working group on health care. And I've been able to work on that along with Assemblymember Lonnie Hancock, who is a member of the Assembly Health Care Committee. We have the opportunity to use the power to ensure and require and have affordable, great health care for every Californian. And we can do that a week from Monday, and then the governor has to show his true courage and vision and sign the bill. We have the power not just to elect Tom Torlakson to lead education reform, but we're not going to have the excuse that there's not enough money. We're going to fix the budget shortfall. We'll accept responsibility for it, but we're not going to use that as an excuse that we're not going to begin to do what should have been done a long time ago, and then make sure that the state of California has the best public health care system from preschool to PhD in the world. And we have that power, and we're going to start that in just a few months. There's no excuse for California to be in the bottom 10% in terms of student spending in the United States. We should have the best educational system, as we once did in California. We have the power to transform the transportation system in this state so that two working incomes who are struggling to make ends meet can get home and spend time with their children in their community, and we're going to do that this legislative session. And lastly, and most importantly, and we're going to do that right here, this is the most important thing of all. To the Karl Roves of the world, to the people who think you can spin things your way, and as Ellen said, create a record of rhetoric rather than a record of accomplishment, we're going to say we're not going to be fooled any longer. That we're going to elect people who believe in our values and who demonstrate it by more than words, but by action. We have that within our power, and just as Thomas Paine said 233 years ago, we will remake our world, not just for us, but for future generations. About 6 or 7 years ago, Jim Kellogg left me a quote, and in his own inimitable style, he just left it and left my office, and I discovered it, and it's described courage. And it's a great quote. The only bad thing about it was, it's a quote by a Republican. If he wouldn't be a Republican, I guarantee you today. Teddy Roosevelt once said, "It's not the critic who counts. It's not the weak person who points out how the strong person stumbled. Now the credit belongs to those whose faces are marred by dust and sweat and blood, who are actually in the arena. And if they fail, and if they stumble, they do so by daring great and good things. So that their place, when their time comes, will not be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. That's not just about elected officials. That's about everyone fortunate enough to say that I am a citizen of the United States of America, that I'm a Californian. I am incredibly proud to be able to represent you, and I look forward to fighting for you and enjoying an unbelievable evening, 199 days from today, on Election Day, the first Tuesday of June. Thank you very, very much for coming here. Thank you for who you are. Before we go back to having fun, what I would like is for you to come forward and all of my friends to come over here. And Donnie, if you could take a picture of all of us, that'd be great. So come on up towards the front and we're going to try to get everybody in a picture.